Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Apex Investors, our daily update for, I can't remember the day right now. Let me just look back. It's for Tuesday, August the 10th, the day we've been looking forward to. I don't see any top losers. Looks like Finviz is refreshing. So I do not know who are the top losers yesterday and the top winners uh, for yesterday as well. Let's look at the trending stocks. I do have a record of this. If this refreshes, I'm kind of messed up, but let's look at the change. Okay. Looks like this is refreshing in real time. I don't know if this is even real time or not, but anyhow, movers and shakers looking at 10% plus or negative 10%. So far, I don't see any big movers or shakers. I guess it was a write off yesterday. Okay. Metamaterials is up 0.85%. So I think it closed that way. And besides that, I guess it was pretty a non-eventful day. Yeah, it looks like nothing really moved. Yeah, so I guess I was right not to do a video. Oh, here we go. That's just a little penny stock there. Under the radar, Express is up 10%, and AMC down 6% at $31. GameStop was down 1% at 159 per share. Metamaterials, again, 358 is where it closed, and the volume was just a paltry 11 million. So we're starting to see a turnaround for metamaterials. It's been registering positive results practically every day. So I'm going to go over to Twitter now. Twitter, Palikaras, wherever he is. There it is. And look at the blog of Kowalski. I do believe he did post a new one the other day. So I'm going to look at that. And the subreddits, WallStreetBets, and Metamaterials to close out the show for what should have been yesterday. So I'm going to upload this one and then do another one this afternoon after the market closes. So looking at George Palikaras or Palikaras, I don't know how the rhythm is in that name, but anyhow, uh, there's nothing new in regards to that. So Kowalski will go there. And as I said, Wall Street Bets. Wall Street Bets and metamaterial subreddit. So let's do that. I've been listening to my videos to review the sound quality. The quality is fine. It's just I feel like the volume is way down. I don't know why. Maybe I need to just talk louder. I don't know if that's what it is. So I might have to just talk louder or just amplify. I don't know. I've been amplifying it, but it seems to do not too much. So how to beat the market? Everyone knows the market is rigged. Okay. So I might have to look into amplifying this microphone a little more. I'm not sure what else I can do. I have to look into the settings and boost the volume a bit. So I don't see anything trending in particular. Sophie, UPST. I didn't see Roku's there. Roku's a good stock, just not at need to get the right entry point. Winter is coming. AVIR. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. Um, EcoVist. ECVT. Okay. They announced a special dividend, $3.20 per share. Interesting. Okay. Ocugen is there. It's a good stock as well. And people are just betting. Again, it's Wall Street bets. It's not Wall Street. I don't know what the opposite of a bet is. So the Cybertruck production has been delayed. That's not good news. Norton and Avast are merging into an $8 billion antivirus empire. So that could really move that McAfee stock up. Okay, I think that's all we'll look at for today. In regards to Meta, I should say Wall Street Bets, not Meta Materials. So I'm going to also boost the volume here. Let me just take a second, see if I could do that. Okay, so I've gone into my settings and I realized I am at full blast. I just have to talk really close to the mic. This might sound a little distorted, but I think my main concern is for people to be able to hear me, period. So I'm here at the subreddit metamaterials, and it says here, looking at this table, I'm hopeful that today could yield another green day. What we are seeing here is T plus 35 settlement for metamaterials old ticker Torchlight. Failure to delivers, and for today, it is a whopping 8.6 million FTDs that need to be covered due to the QSIP change. Stay hopeful because we know they don't abide to the rules. Torchlight Energy Resources. Okay. Meta technical analysis. Okay, I'm going to open this up. Another tab. It says here we are eligible. Meta materials. Does anyone know if the current US infrastructure bill has a policy that states they cannot give grants to a company like Meta that is not in the US? Aside from the fact that Meta has a building here, there are still doubters who cannot link any source that states otherwise. So they are eligible. Yeah. Hedgie's game over. Now our game started. Okay. How do they come to that conclusion? It's a meme. Okay. Can anyone explain our biggest volume of 200K at 5:15 p.m. did not move the stock price? Good question. I don't really know the answer to that. So I'll open that up, see what they have to say. Rumors are rumors. Here's what George, his latest tweet was on earnings. The actual deadline is August 16th. This is yesterday. Oh, yeah, it was yesterday. So the actual, he's replying to Sterling Stock 6. The actual deadline is August the 16th. Since this quarter is our first ever as a NASDAQ listed company, also under US GAAP, the accountants are crossing all the T's and dotting all the I's. Hope this helps. In the meantime, this just in. So it's going to be very interesting to see how those pan out. I anticipate we're going to have a very strongly positive quarterly report. George knows what he's doing. He's not in there. He's not in the game to lose. He's not setting up metamaterials for failure. He's setting them up to be the next Tesla, if not bigger. I know it sounds weird to say bigger than Tesla, but we'll see. Meta to report quarter 2 2021 results on August the 12th. That's tomorrow. Wow. Okay. Tomorrow's going to be huge. Interesting. George was responding to a question about the deadline. Not saying that's when earnings are. I believe this will be the week, just like he stated. So hello, George Palikaros. I know things are in the works currently. I'm not losing patience, just would like more clarity. If able, can you give a date when Meta must report their financials by? And he gave the answer August 16th. So between the 12th, actually even today, but including today up to the 16th and thereafter, so including the end of August, going into September and moving forward into December 31st, 2021, we're going to see incredible things with this stock. It's only the beginning. I mean, we've seen slight positive days, in the green, or up 1% or, not too much, but it's showing the tide is turning. SEC filing nanotech. Okay. I don't know how I'm the first to post this. The infrastructure bill. Okay, I'm going to open that up. I was able to move my shares to Fidelity. Good. My floor is 250. You know what? It's realistic. We see you there after hours monster buys. So there's some big buys coming in. Yeah, right there, 1,400 shares at 357. So if people are really believing in the stock, in my opinion, this is being set up for a squeeze. All these catalysts and FTDs being lined up The way they can't, the way they are can't be a coincidence. Metamaterials, question mark. Not sure. Let's open that up too. Let's spread that. It says it's time to put the firms that are lending shares under the microscope. If they don't own a real share to lend, they may be guilty of selling counterfeit shares, and that's been going on for time immemorial, for decades. More recently with GameStop, AMC, and now Meta. So I've got 4 tabs opening up. When is the earnings? We already know, 16th. Do you trust them to enforce at this point? No. Okay. I don't know who this is, but sure. Green days in a row. So 3 green days in a row. I didn't even realize that. So that's good. It's biting very well for the stock. So if you bought at $3 or under, or 330 and under, you did yourself a great favor. I'm going to look at these 4 tabs that just opened up. And we'll close with Leszek Kowalski's blog. So what I'm doing, I'm covering the mic around its sides. I think that focuses more of the sound towards voice, but if I don't do that, then it's a little quieter. But if I do it like this, again, it's a lot louder. So I'd have to do this going forward from now on. All right. So now I got my pop filter up now, and let's try that. Yeah, pop filter has to be when it's up, it's a lot clearer. What is this post even saying? Go GameStop. Fraudulent casinos open. All right. I don't know what they're talking about. I guess I opened the wrong tab here. Oh, here it is. Technical analysis. So I have to actually open this in another. Looks like I clicked on his username by accident. So I'm going to open that up. It says Meta technical analysis. Just see what he has to say. Again, I take it with a grain of salt, and take this channel with a grain of salt, really. I'm not an expert in finances or a financial advisor, but I have pretty good instincts. So take that for what you will. Looking at this post by MOS Fried Eggs. So having been invested ever since Torchlight, I've decided to give an update with my own personal targets. Okay, so he's saying the last move to 20 with the 50 simple moving average. This could bring up to retest at 4.5. One last thing to note, we seem to be moving inside an ascending channel that could take us to very interesting prices if respected. On the daily time frame, we're coming up again for a test of that 50 MA. Again, I don't really look into those things, not because I don't know it. I don't really find those are the best indicators or best metrics to determine success. Stock market crash will poo-poo everything that you're looking at. Once again, this 480-ish level is defined by the long-term fib. Again, Fibonacci, I don't believe in that either. All that is negated by a market crash or a news catalyst. On the upside, if we revisit $21 high, this stock is breaking 21. It's most likely breaking 40 as well. And it might even get to triple digits in the next 10 years, just like Tesla did. I'm spotting bullish divergence. Okay, I'm just gonna move forward. There's just too much technical hootenanny here. I'm not so big on those kinds of things. So he's saying overall, this is what it could look like over time. So he's just very positive. I mean, I could draw a chart and just go boom straight up, but the reality is it'll go up, it'll go down, it'll go up, it'll go down. I mean, we'll see what happens. So 480 is saying is resistance. I don't believe that. I think resistance is truly $20 right at this point. First probably 10, and then 20 as the true resistance. Not saying 480 won't go down, but we're looking at a true resistance where it's going to be shorted like heavily at those levels, and we already saw that. Can someone explain how our biggest volume of 200K at 515 did not move the stock price? It looks like it was pooled. then delayed a little later on. Okay, no, we're not gonna move it. Uh, especially after hours. Usually doesn't move it too much. I don't know how I'm the first to post this. The infrastructure bill just passed through the Senate. May I remind everyone this included 50 billion for non-ITO semiconductors. Who has the only publicly traded company currently in the non-ITO semiconductor game? Anyone? Did you ask for a catalyst today? Meta for the win. So I don't know, but we'll see. I don't know if that's going to affect it at all. I don't even know anything about that, to be honest. Meta materials. This is a meta lens, not meta materials. Okay, so good thing they did the research. We just debunked that. So he's got a new post, Leszek Kowalski does from yesterday. So let's open it up. It's like a present. It's like my birthday or something. Let's get a bit comfortable here. Alrighty. So here we go. This is a new post from yesterday. Do you want this research? Blah, blah, blah. You know. So I'm going to discuss the topics of 222 and 2222 and T plus 35. Let's get some housekeeping out of the way. So in the second newsletter, okay, I think I looked at that. So he wrote the following. On August 6th, I wrote the following. On July 21, I wrote the following. So I want to show you something. Independent brokerage data, sourced August 4th. So data variances seem to remain unresolved. Therefore, I decided to review the public SEC data associated with the merger. I want to show you something. On social media, the numbers 222 and 2222 have been referenced when discussing metamaterials. Let's look at the fail to deliver data for Meta. When you add up column 4, which is failure to deliver price, the total is $222 million. The FTD total is 31 million. I think that's shares. In my opinion, the numbers 2222 referenced on social media may be potentially referring to the total 222 million 585,882, providing additional context for those numerical references. Let's take this one step further. Let's look at the FTD data for Torchlight. When you add up column 4, again, the FTD price, the total is 149 million, and the FTD total is 25 million shares. The SEC Regulatory Compliance Rule 204 that governs T plus 35 shorting or naked shorts. Rule 204 provides an extended period of time to close out certain failures to deliver. Specifically, if a failure to deliver position results from the sale of a security that a person is deemed to own, and that such person intends to deliver as soon as all restrictions on delivery have been removed, the firm has up to 35 calendar days following the trade date to close out the failure to deliver positions. They have 35 days by purchasing securities of like kind and quantity. Such additional time is warranted and does not undermine the goal of reducing failures to deliver, because these are sales of owned securities that cannot be delivered by the settlement date due solely to processing delays outside the seller's or broker-dealer's control. Moreover, delivery is required to be made on such sales as soon as all restrictions on delivery have been removed, and situations where a person is deemed to own a security are limited to those specified in Rule 200 of Regulation SHO. A common example of a deemed to own security that cannot be delivered by the settlement date is a security subject to the resale restrictions of Rule 144. It sounds just like a bunch of mumbo jumbo to me. So let me provide another perspective. GME/AMC. A defining event took place with GameStop and AMC. I was a shareholder of both when the fiasco happened earlier this year. I believe he's talking about January, end of January. The most defining consequence of that event was access to liquidity at the brokerage level. I was trading both at the time. When the liquidity issue came up at the brokerage level, I experienced firsthand in real time what played out in the market afterwards. The result was chaos. So he decided to do a podcast episode he's going to post regarding his insights into both. There was a majority of people impacted directly and indirectly at the brokerage level across North America because of what was happening with GameStop and AMC at trading and options levels. I believe he's talking about Robinhood. If you look at GameStop peak FTD value, that was the following 37 million. And how many FTDs? 3.2 million. If you look at AMC peak FTD value, the price was 137 failure to delivers, 137 million worth, and 27 million shares. So, in my opinion, reviewing GameStop and AMC trading history from earlier this week would be a good use of time. The timing also associated with release of any financial earnings when external variables are potentially at play will be critical. With respect to Meta Materials, I would prefer to see earnings released no earlier than August the 12th. And actually, no, it's happening the 16th. So you're not going to get your wish there. Just because you're the tortoise doesn't mean you can't be a winner. Just ask the hare. One other thing. So let me just add this up. It's equal to $174 million worth and about 30 million shares. If I go up to see Torchlight, actually, you should go back to Meta. Let's look at Torchlight first. 149 million. So that's almost the same. And the amount for Meta is 222 million when you add those up. But the highest number we have there is 66 million. If we compare it to GameStop and AMC was heavily shorted. And that's only in one day, I believe. So we're seeing a similar pattern here. So one other thing, metaphysically, the numbers 222 refer to personal growth, who's getting to numerology, expansion, and new opportunities, which are harnessed by using your inner wisdom and intuition. And I'm going to take that with a mountain of salt because I don't believe in numerology. But I believe in what he posted here regarding the numbers. Again, GameStop and AMC, add those up. Their peak says peak FTD value. Right? These are only for one day. So if you add them all up, you probably get a different number. But we have an average of, I'm going to say around 70, 60, probably 80. Yeah, around 80 million average. And you see metamaterials. Yeah, they did have, actually, it's Torchlight, $66 million worth. I mean, if we just add this all up, yeah, 222 million, but is this going to really reflect the real value of the FTDs? I don't know. We'll see. But this is biting very well for Meta, especially when we look at when these expire, uh, especially by the end of August. It's going to be a very interesting scenario. I seriously doubt the stock will be under $4 even by the end of this month. I think beginning in September, we might see a sharp turnaround. Well, at least maybe over $4. That's just common sense to me if all this data is true. So let's just sit back and watch and be patient, especially you shareholders of metamaterials, such as myself. We know what this company is about. If you've been watching my videos and doing your due diligence, at least, you'll know what this company is really about, the potential they have, and we'll see what happens in the next how many days? 20 days. Yeah. So thanks again for your time. Uh, May God bless you and God bless your investments. And we'll check back with you at the end of the trading session today.